I cannot stand PokeNE. That guy, the nerve of him, putting out all these videos and all this content business related around Pokemon, making all this money. You know, just really makes me angry because it's inspired me. It's inspired me for a long time now. From a collector standpoint, I've just collected ripped packs, master set of things, collected video games, mainly Pokemon, national decks, living decks, shiny hunting, all that. But I've fallen into the poketuber space since I've gotten more involved with Pokemon. And he is one of the main poketubers that I watch. I've always admired his entrepreneurial spirit and the fact that he runs a multi-million-dollar business out of his home in Nebraska, out of the basement, Pokemon, and that's my credibility. And that's what he says. And now, besides the money, his community and his influence in the community and some of the things that he does for the community, it's just really seems really cool. Seems really fun to be a part of that. So, after watching some of his videos for a while now, I've decided to kind of it's always been in the back of my mind, the back of my mind. Now I've decided to really get the ball rolling, even if I'm not quite ready to make that step into selling Pokemon product. Who wouldn't love to sell cards? It's their hobby. But now I've decided after joining his live stream last night, I've obviously watched some of a lot of his videos in the past, and the live stream last night was what really sealed the deal for me. He was taking questions on Instagram on what to do or what to ask rather, or in regard to business for Pokemon. And I saw that, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Submitted a question, and then I saw he had a live last night, and I joined. There was quite a bit of people in there. No Relax Shop was in there. I don't know if you've seen that. But they make content on Instagram. They vend at shows. Mimic Brew was in there. I barely know who that is, but I've heard his name in the sphere. I got to chat with him a little bit, banter back and forth in the comment section. And basic PokeNE just decided to answer everyone's questions. Dumb, smart, all questions were answered. And what really did it for me is I asked some of his questions. One of my questions was I created my social media accounts probably back in November just because I wanted to share my hobby and what I'm doing. It's really fun to be a part of community and just do all that. But I have my social media Super Sloth Vibes. But if I were to do something entrepreneurial and sell cards, I've always been interested in Japanese, Korean, Indonesian, those cards. But my question was, my brand is Super Sloth Vibes. I have an idea for potential, name for a business. Do I start a whole new social media account for my business since Super Sloth Vibes is not what I want my business name to be? Or do I just throw a link in the bio and maybe people will trust me enough one day and purchase my items? He basically said, stop overthinking it. If you already have social media, you already have a little bit going on with that, keep it going. Damn. All right, made sense. Wow. I was really just overthinking it. So, after the live, had some dinner with the family, chilling. Couldn't sleep. So around midnight I decided, you know what? I'm going to fill out an application for a seller's permit here in California. Pretty straightforward. Asks, identifying information, name, address, driver's license, social security, that kind of stuff. I remember being like a little overwhelmed, not necessarily overwhelmed, but just learning to navigate the horrible interface of, these California government or just government websites in general. But one thing that I got stuck on was, who's your supplier? Well, PokeNE told me, do social media, make content, scout a domain, get a logo, do some of those basic things, seller's permit, reseller's permit, whatever you want to call it, where you're from. So I go to do that, and I'm over here stuck. I don't have a supplier. Well, I don't remember PokeNE talking about that, but then again, he didn't really talk about a seller's permit. So I'm brainstorming with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT recommended, just use any store that you bought stuff from. And I said, well, Target, Best Buy, Pokemon Center, the vending machines, Pokemon Center vending machines. And I just narrowed it down to a card shop. I've purchased, singles off there, and I've traded them. That's my supplier. So I went with that. Verified their address, everything worked out. I was able to complete the application. That little step was a hiccup, made it longer than necessary, but I did it. That's complete. Felt good, got the confirmation email, went to bed. Didn't sleep well, probably fell asleep by like 2, woke up at like 5. My cat Nico was fighting another cat in the yard, go out there to break it up. That cat jumps the fence, bring Nico in, fall back asleep. Wake up, not really feeling too well. Kind of got a headache. Not really feeling much motivation. But you know what? I still decided to turn on that PokeNE playlist on, step 1 and 2 if you want to do the business. He shows you how to do a logo, set up a website, get a domain, set up a Google Workspace, get a professional email, that kind of stuff. And I decided to secure a domain. So I was looking at the different registrars. There's Namecheap, Cloudflare. I found one, Pork Bun, Google Domains, now known as Squarespace. And I found that Pork Bun was the right price for me. About $12 per year to secure that name. So I did 2 years. It's like $21 and some change. And great. Everything's going good. Feeling real nice. We got it. Secured. I still have some other domains I want to secure to protect my brand, even though I don't really have much going on for a brand. And then PokeNE. We'll suggest that you get a professional email. That sounds cool. I've always wanted one of those. So I go to Google Workspaces, start filling out information. Who are you? How many employees? That kind of stuff. Business name. And then it's like, do you have a domain already? And then there's another option. I have a domain already. So I go to the next, click, I have my own domain. And it says, enter your domain. So I put in, bleepity-bleep-bleep-bleep.com. Error. Come on, ChatGPT, what the heck's going on? Well, this, and this. It knows everything and nothing all at once. Tried a few things. Clicked on Google again, enter, still wasn't recognized in the website. Tried a few more things. Tried about 5-10 things. Every time I did, I'm typing into the Google Workspace sign up page. Here's with my domain name, and error. Finally get it to work. I had to park my domain. I don't know. I'm tech savvy, but I'm not web builder tech savvy. So that was out of my element. So ChatGPT and I finally work it out. I was having some issues. It was like redirecting my domain to like some weird things. So I took that off, and I really don't know what I did. I kind of just blacked out. No, I need to learn more about that. But that's for another day. I was just trying to do the simple things that the PokeNE's tutorial was, teaching me. I then finally get it to work. I parked it, whatever that means. It shows on the webpage, this is a webpage, but there's no website yet. Wonderful. Go to click on Google. It's like timed out, had to refresh. So I go through the process again, push enter, and I go to sign up. and I get error 429. All right, what is this? Look it up, ask ChatGPT at the same time, and basically I've been rate limited. Basically, Google thinks that I'm some sort of spam bot trying to get secure professional emails. So I say, okay, grind my teeth a little bit, crack my knuckles, wait an hour, and come back, and I'm still rate limited. I don't want to even try again now. Probably wait 24 hours. Try again. If it's still doing that, I'll wait 48 hours. And if it's still doing that, I have no idea, because I can't just call a Google agent and be like, hey, please take away that error. And that's just not going to work. And it's funny because I never wanted to pay for a Google product in my life until now, and they're making it really hard. They're causing a lot of friction, some barriers to entry. So that's my biggest dilemma. The next step in PokeNE's tutorial would be to set up a Wix site. And I guess I could do that. I'm a little burnt out, so I'm probably just going to put it to rest, especially coming out here making this video. Probably just try again tomorrow. But at least I've taken the steps for myself. I currently don't have a supplier, barely have a brand, barely have a social media presence, not looking to blow up or go viral. I'm not trying to speed run this, just trying to grow organically, support other communities, and grow a community for myself. Not just so I could sell cards, because that wasn't my intention in the beginning, and that's not some sort of virtue signaling, like, I am not like other people. I do not want to make money in this hobby. I am purely a collector. Nothing wrong with that. But for myself, I need to do a little bit more. I was a firefighter. I was a nurse. But now I want to take something and make it for myself. I want to work for myself and not so stressed. That's Nico, he's standing on my desk. Not so high stress job, not so high strung. So that's kind of what I'm working towards. Switch it up. But I do not have a supplier, do not have a brand, and barely have any social media presence. But I'm looking to build a community, have some fun, take it where I take it, and see what happens. But on that note, I have also been calling, DMing Japanese, Korean resellers, suppliers, potential wholesalers. That's taken a lot of energy due to the time zone being ghosted, and just overall, a lot of them I find do not leave enough on the plate, not enough meat on the bone to take a bite for myself. I did find one, which I'm really happy to have found. They offered to pay duties for you. They're not paying it for you. You have to pay them. They pay the duties. That way, when the items do arrive in America, you're not hit with the 15% tariffs and a brokerage fee from the courier, like FedEx, weeks later, which will eat into your margins. And they offer pretty close to some wholesale pricing. And it's been really great. I hope to be able to work with them in the future. I'm not quite ready. I need more initial capital. I need more branding. I need more content. I need more of a community, and more trust. So it's kind of what I'm working at. I'll still be creating short form content, ripping packs, shiny hunting, playing Legends ZA, making memes, sharing infographics, all that kind of stuff across Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X, even Twitch. So that is where I'm at right now. I'm looking for advice, looking to hear from your perspective. If you're an entrepreneur, you've worked in the TCG space, you want to just let me know your mind, I'd appreciate it. Maybe we could build something. Maybe you could learn me something. Basically just sound off in the comments. Let me know. And if you are liking these videos, please subscribe, share, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. So that's it for this video, and why I hate PokeNE, and what I'm doing for myself, and what I want to potentially do with my social media, and overall how I interact with not only Pokemon, but other TCGs in general. Thank you for your time. Oh, bye.